When people hear the name Samarkand, this is usually what they picture: the immense tiled blue domes and sweeping arches of the Registan, built by Islamic emperors to project absolute power. But those monuments are a relatively recent layer. Right next door to that imperial center lies a sprawling stretch of barren, wind-blown dirt known as Afrasiab. This is the site of the original city-state. For centuries, a thriving Silk Road metropolis called Marakanda stood on these hills. In the 13th century, Genghis Khan's invading army leveled it, reducing the city to these earth mounds. Built directly on the edge of those ruins is the Afrasiab Museum. It functions as a time capsule designed to resurrect the specific details of the pre-Islamic Sogdian civilization. To find the original masters of the Silk Road, we have to look past the stone monuments of emperors and examine the forgotten stratigraphy of the dirt. In 1965, a road construction crew accidentally cut into a hillside and uncovered a set of vivid 7th century murals. These figures, now restored as the museum's centerpiece, provide a visual record of the civilization's internal life. This blueprint shows the physical layout of the room where the murals were found, the Ambassador's Hall. The specific arrangement of the north and west walls suggests the space functioned as a venue for calculated political theater. On the north wall, Tang Chinese figures pulled the eastern power into the Sogdian sphere. The west wall shifts to Turkic guards and foreign envoys, visualizing Samarkand as a cosmopolitan hub where disparate cultures interacted. The Sogdians thrived through image politics, strategically positioning themselves as the neutral hinge connecting the entire Eurasian continent. Beyond their public diplomacy, the Sogdians practiced a localized Mazdean religion. Their faith was centered on a strict requirement to protect the sacred elements of earth, fire, and water from contamination. This created a unique death ritual. To prevent a corpse from polluting the earth, bodies were placed on elevated towers and exposed to flesh-eating birds. Once the flesh was removed, the purified white bones were collected and stored in specially crafted clay receptacles, often decorated with mythological scenes. While later empires built massive temples to project their faith, these small clay boxes reveal a profound cosmic worldview through intimate household artifacts. This strict adherence to natural purity created a society deeply intertwined with their physical environment, following a logic that prioritized ecological preservation over monument building. Maintaining a city in this dry landscape required more than just diplomatic skill. It required a physical infrastructure that could sustain a massive global network. This diagram shows the raw evidence of that engineering. The bottom right quadrant highlights advanced plumbing found within the ruins. The top quadrant focuses on the city's economic lifeblood, coins and manuscripts, showing how Sogdians standardized their commercial network. Local industries produced the weapons and daily wares needed to support the logistical demands of the Silk Road caravans constantly moving through the gates. The Sogdian success was built on this bedrock of organized urban engineering and practical commerce. This graphic illustrates how Afrasiab functioned. It wasn't ruled by a single monarch's decree, but by a balance of three specific forces: diplomacy, belief, and commerce. This three-part system made the Sogdian civilization a distinct alternative to the single-ruler empires that eventually replaced it. If you leave the museum and follow the path to the highest point of the ruins, you can see the scale of this erasure. Standing on this yellow dirt, you look down at the famous blue domes of the modern city. Historical power is often attributed to the monuments left behind by conquerors, but in these hills, the evidence suggests that the invisible networks of human connection were what truly supported the region for 1,000 years.